Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Tomb Raider. So I tallied all the votes. All the votes are in for how we should continue to play the game, and it turns out that only 2 people voted, and each person voted in the opposite direction. So it basically came out to the way it was before. So what I'm going to do is I am going to play the game basically my way, but I'm going to try to mix it up. I'm going to use the bow when you're supposed to use the bow, and I'm going to use the handgun and whatnot, and like more up close and personal encounters, and that way I get kind of a mix going on. So instead of using the bow like 100% of the time, which is what I was doing when I first played the game, I am going to switch it up a little bit to make it more fun and interesting for everybody. Now, I am taking a look here at our skills. So we do have Animal Instinct, which keen observation allows you to spot hard to find animals and food sources, and not a big fan. Bone Collector, carefully looting animal corpses will reward you with extra salvage. I don't really kill animals. Arrow Retrieval, resourceful archers can retrieve arrows from the bodies of the enemies. That would kind of be useful, except there are so many arrows just lying around, you really don't need it. So for early on, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for Steady Shot, which is a focused mine, allows you more time to aim deadly shots with your bow. That's helpful for sniping. Hold charged bow shots for double the time. Cool. And then we'll also do Ammo Capacity, which is efficient use of bags and pockets, allows you to carry more ammunition, because that's going to be useful no matter what we do. Increases total extra ammunition you can carry for all weapons, and there's a nice shot of Lara's butt. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the bag there on her belt, but you know, they could have gone with a slightly better angle, I think. But whatever, that's cool. Alright, we got that. Now we do also have to upgrade our weapons, so we're going to go for our gear. And since it is a mixed bag, we are going to upgrade our bow. I'm going to finish upgrading our bow for this set, which is Wrapped String. Wrapped String enables faster firing rate. We were going to grab that, and that's just in case we need it. And then I think we got handgun gear. Okay, that can't be upgraded any further. And then outfits, and we're not going to worry about the outfits. So for the handgun, extended mag, holds 10 extra rounds. Port vented slides, recoil compensation improves accuracy for increased damage. That's nice. Muzzle brake, no. Rapid fire mode, no. Well, yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't. Well, we can afford. Can we afford? That's really weird. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so we need port vented slides. So we'll do port vented slides for increased damage and accuracy. So there we go. Alright, so we are all loaded up, and we need to go up to the radio tower. And to get up to the radio tower, we have to use our newly acquired hook, which will allow us to jump into and grab these craggy faces right here.
I can climb this.
Exactly. So if we do this, as you can see, it's all nice and bright. So we just do this. Now you can jump, and you can just keep jumping and do that, but her animation kind of slows you down, so it's not much faster than climbing normally. So there's really no reason to jump and grab and jump and grab. So we'll just climb normally, and we'll go up. Now this, of course, creates kind of a quick time event. It's not really a quick time event, but it does have the... it's more like a quick action sequence. I'll call it a quick action sequence, because although there's no quick time event necessary, you do have to press the X button to grab hold with your hook, with your climbing hook. So because of that, you do have to be quick, but it is not a quick time event like so. So yeah, now it tells you the first time like that, and it slows down time a little bit, especially in very important areas. Ooh, secret tomb is nearby. Yeah, so in very important areas, it will tell you to press X, but basically you always have to press X, which is fine, and it works. It works for us. So here's an entrance to a tomb. So we have like little marks and whatnot that tell us there's a tomb nearby. Of course, it's right here, and I think, there's a thing. GPS cache. Now this is our first tomb. I love how she does that. I love how she'll put her hand up against the wall when you're walking like that. That is an awesome animation. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's really interesting when it does happen. But anyway, so what this is we are tomb raiding. Yeah, we're actually tomb raiding. I guess in order to keep the spirit of Tomb Raider, they did put tombs in the game. Now the tombs have previously been raided, so they're really just puzzle areas. There's no combat. There's never any combat in the tomb itself. There could be outside the tomb, but there's never any combat in the tomb. But there's all sorts of weird stuff in here. Like we have this, which looks like a sacrifice, probably tied to the post alive and left to rot. So you walk through usually a very dark area like this, which kind of tells you a little bit about, you know, it's, tomb raiding, right? You're going through a cave and whatnot. Very James Bond style, very Tomb Raider style, Lara Croft style. And then when you come out the other side, of course, you end up in a cave area. So we're going to head through here. And there's usually a camp. As you can see, there's a camp right here. And that's so you can save your game in case you can die. Because I think there are some places where you may be able to fall and die. I don't know. I never have, so I'm not sure. But then you have this.
Gilded figures, servants of the Sun Queen.
Ooh.
Sacrifice, murder. There's no record of these kinds of rituals in ancient Yamatai. Unless it was erased from the texts.
Okay, so Lara will talk about what she thinks is going on, and again, it's just a puzzle area. Again, no combat. It's just a puzzle area, and you basically unlock the tomb, of course, because it is a tomb, and you are raiding the tomb. So you're unlocking the tomb. The puzzles get a little bit harder each time you go through, or like each tomb you go through, and so because of that, the puzzles can get a little bit complex, but they're never really over the top. It's not really a game breaker in any way, and it is pretty interesting that they added those in. That they added in tombs to raid, even though there's really, as you can see, there's really nothing spectacular about it. And then you do get an item at the end of it, so you never have to. You're not like, oh, why should I raid the tombs? There's no point. You do get an item afterwards. Okay, let's go ahead and climb. Now the item, of course, is nothing spectacular. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you guys. The item you get in every single tomb is exactly the same. It is a map of all the treasure in the area, which I guess is kind of helpful.
This may have been built in honor of her priestesses. Incredible.
No, it's pretty. Alright, let's go ahead and open up our magical crate. So as you can see with the candles and skulls and everything everywhere, it has been used before. Like, it's still being used now. Alright, so there's our item. Tomb of the Unworthy complete. And then we should have gotten, yeah, Mountain Village relic map found. So basically what that does is for each area there's a tomb, and for each tomb you can get your hands on a map that tells you where all the secrets in the area are, which is really helpful. I mean, if you can just click on it and set it as a waypoint and then go find it, which makes the game so much easier. Because you figure in modern day games, like back in the day, they wouldn't tell you where secrets are. You had to go find them yourself. And then, of course, you go onto the internet, and somebody else who found them tells you where they are. Well, with this, they kind of skipped that, and they said, well, you're probably going to go on the internet anyway, so let's give you a tomb. We'll make a tomb in the game, and the tomb will have a map, and the map will tell you where all the rewards are, and that way you don't have to go on the internet. We have a reason to have a tomb in the game that you need to raid, and everything works out. So it actually is a pretty nifty thing that they did there. I think it's interesting. At least they have tombs, right? A lot of people would probably be like, oh, it's a Tomb Raider game where you don't raid tombs. What's the point? It's just really dumb. Except you do raid tombs. They're not big tombs. It's not the point of the whole game to raid tombs. But it is part of the game as a Tomb Raider game, which makes it interesting. Alright, so now we have to climb up even further. So now we can get even higher. So that was the wolf cave down below us. Now we can get even higher. And if you guys are wondering where we're going, well, you can't see it from here. We'll have to get to a better shot. But there's a radio tower way up there, and that is where we were going. Alright, alley-oop. Nice. So there's a radio tower way the heck up there that we're getting to. Oop, guys.
No, nothing. What? Nothing. There's no one up here. They never make it up this far. Should we head back up to the bunker? Nah, let's wait out the storm. Got it! Stay alert. Let's move inside.
Very odd conversation, but it works. Alright, so they're going to turn their backs, which is extremely convenient for me.
Good idea. We got some time. Might as well relax. Probably. What the hell? Help me out here!
Good night, sir. Oh, I missed. Oh, ow. Really? There it is. It said I hit him, but apparently I didn't. Nice and clean, nice and clear. Alright, grab some loot from our dear departed friends here. Now, oop, there's a geocache there. Let's grab that. Just caught it out of the corner of my eye. There we go. Get out of the way, chicken. Chicken's like, what is going on? Alright, so we're gonna loot some stuff while we're here, just for fun, because I know where a few items are located, so we'll grab it on our way through. We are gonna come back later, of course, but we're just gonna grab the items that I know and that we can get to really quick on the way up.
A kind of mortar and pestle, probably used for preparing medicinal herbs.
I'm doubtful. Alright, gotta examine. It's around here somewhere.
There are small bone fragments in the mortar well. Hopefully animal bones.
Yeah, I'm a little bit doubtful from all the stuff we've seen so far, Laura. I'm pretty sure that we're not looking at animal bones there. Alright, now we wanted to get up on the roof, and I think to do that we go this way. So let's... Whoa, whoa, not over the top, Laura. Just climb up. There you go. And there it is. And then there are some eggs here. We'll grab the eggs. Alright, now from here, we want to go that way, and I think the easiest way to get over there is like this. So, whoop, whoa, almost didn't make that one. Alright, so we can't climb up the hill there. Very slippery. So we have to go across. And that's this way. Alley-oop. Whoa, careful. A little bit of glidey there if you saw that. So there is a little bit of catching for you, like where the game will decide that, well, you were trying to make it, you probably made it, so we're going to give it to you, so you glide a little bit through the air. It happens. It's not game breaking. It actually makes the game a little bit more fun because now you don't have to worry so much about dying. You may notice it every now and again where Lara will glide just a teeny tiny bit before reaching her target, and then she'll grab hold. It's just the way things work. And it's not a bad design. It really is not a bad design. So we'll climb up. I don't think there's... Okay, so there's that door there, which we can't get through yet. It's a super secret door, so we can't get through there just yet. So, yeah, there it is. That's the radio tower, that little red light way up there. That's where we're headed. So we're going to head up there. That's our goal. See, so goals in this game are not short-lived. You have to get some pretty far distances. Uh-oh. Yeah, not a good sign. Alright. Here we go. And... jump, Lara! I don't think I made it. Made it? I don't know. Ooh, barely. Eek. I always get nervous.
Are you there?
Reyes, did you find Sam?
We're still on her trail.
I'm going to try and send an SOS from an old radio tower up here. Any tips?
Hey, Lara. You're gonna need to find the communications console. It'll look like a bunch of old switchboards.
Okay. I'll let you know when I find it.
Alright, so I know what's coming, so we're going to switch up to our handgun, believe it or not. And I'm going to drop early. There it is.
Come on, grab her!
Please! You don't need to do this!
Get down, sir. That was a nice shot.
We need a better angle. I'm taking fire!
See, I'm better with a handgun than I like to admit. I'm just not a big fan of them. You know, when you have the option to use something else, why use a handgun? Now, I love how fast Lara loots corpses. It's really awesome. And I say that because when it comes to corpse looting, a lot of games are like, okay, you have to like super animate it, and you have to stop, and it takes like 5 seconds to loot a corpse. And that just completely ruins the game, where when you put it all together, you're looting corpses like throughout the entire game. It's a key component to the game while you're looting these corpses, and the whole thing takes, throughout the entire game, like an 8-hour game, it takes like almost 20 minutes of looting. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. So it's really awesome that Lara can just run up to a corpse, kind of tap it, and get everything out of it, and that's really awesome. Alright, more stuff.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You and me both, rats. So we're coming up on a Japanese base, as you can see. This is one of my favorite portions of the game. Minor cutscene, but I think Lara's going to watch another video here, so we're going to watch this.
I'm telling you, Reyes, it's mechanical, not an electrical problem.
Now, Alex.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
You think?
Oh, hello. Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Oh, she's cute, huh? Yeah, it's Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my
I like
daughter.
that. Oh.
14 years old. And smarter than you'll ever be.
She must get that from her father.
Don't give him the attention. And, yeah.
I'll take a look at this. Probably electrical. From her father. Nice one.
So I was on the lock, right? Doing a spot of midnight fishing.
Hey, Grim. Time to button down the hatches.
I'd be right with you. So I was on the lock, right? And this thing comes looming at me. Looming out of the water it was. So I give it a old Glasgow kiss, you know. Gets you out of trouble 9 times out of 10, that does. Took me a week to sleep that night off. And I've not touched a drop since. See you at dinner, fam.
right. Can we take B-roll, please? Thank you. Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 3, and action.
Okay, now take a firm grip and then slice him down the belly, like this. Yeah, you got...
Good Lord, cut! 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 Cut!
Is he coming back?
I'll go get him.
World-renowned archaeologist. I discover...
The world-renowned archaeologist,
fish.
Mr.
I don't
Dr. James
cut
Whitman.
rare breeds of fish.
It's just a fish. It's
I know
fine.
it's just a
You're gonna be
fish.
fine.
This damned reality TV business. I'm meant to be bringing culture to the people, Sam, not dinner. No offense, Jonah.
The audience demands content, Dr. Whitman. You know that. So until we find the Lost Kingdom, we need footage like this. Come on, let's just take it from the top, okay? We're gonna make you look like Gordon Ramsay in editing. Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 4, action.
Okay, now take a firm grip and then slice him down the belly, like that.
I've studied them so much, I can see charts on the back of my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that in one of your father's digs. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
I was 5 years old. It was my first find.
Yeah. You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Now, there was a man that ran on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
We're getting closer to the storm.
Now, whatever's coming, we'll get through it, eh?
Okay, Lara. Pull yourself together. They're counting on you.
See, I do enjoy the videos. They are very... The times where she stops and she watches those, it's sort of like a little bit of a morale boost to where she's like, I need to remember why I'm doing this. I need to remember why I'm working for this. And that's really awesome. Additionally, those little videos, if you notice, we don't have a lot of contact with our crew. Like, they're out there, they're doing their own thing. We don't really contact them. We don't have to escort them. We don't have to go find them. We don't have to go save them. They're not constantly crying out, going, Lara, come save us. Because everyone's working basically independently towards a common goal, which is to survive and to get out of here. And what's hilarious about that, what's awesome about that, is that those videos kind of point out their personalities. Like, you have Whitman, who's kind of a whiny brat. You can tell that with the fish thing, where he's all like, oh, I didn't get it right, I hate this, rah, rah, rah. And then he's all complaining about the video, you know, reality TV, even though he likes that publicity, excuse me. And you have Lara with her whole, I'm so nervous about whether or not I'll be right about this, and then you have her father figure, you know, everything else. So you have all these different people, and you have their personalities really displayed in like little 5-minute videos, and that's totally awesome that they were able to do that and put it as part of the game, but without taking away from your gameplay experience, which is totally wicked. But we're going to go ahead and grab some more stuff here while I'm talking.
This coin probably found its way into Japanese circulation sometime in the mid-19th century.
So we have a Japanese coin. Nothing special about it, of course, just 1 of 2 bronze coins found. So we'll continue. Now I am going to use the camp really quick. I'm pretty sure it's saved previously, but I'm just going to use the camp because each time you use a camp it does save. Ooh, and it looks like we acquired a skill point, so we'll load up on an extra skill point. And we now have brawler upgrades. Awesome. So we're going to check out our brawler upgrades. Pain tolerance. Withstand more punishment in combat and live to fight another day. Okay, so that's damage resistance. Cleverly use dirt and rocks to blind your enemies and leave them vulnerable to your attacks. Now this one's a pretty interesting one, and I think we may actually unlock it. Instead of pain tolerance, we're going to unlock dirty tricks, because there's an achievement with dirty tricks. Press B to scramble, and then Y to throw dirt in enemies' eyes to blind them briefly. So yeah, there's a couple of achievements with these kind of attacks, and they're very helpful. I've used 1 or 2 of them. They're actually really, really helpful. We can upgrade our weapons again, so we'll take a look at our handgun. Again, we just have the handgun and the bow, nothing spectacular. I do not want to upgrade... Muzzle brake delivers round more accurately for increased damage. Okay, yeah, we'll do a muzzle brake. We'll just pop a muzzle brake on there. So we've upgraded our muzzle brake, and then rapid fire, which we're not going to worry about, and burst fire we're also not going to worry about for now. We may upgrade those when we have enough salvage later on, but for now we'll just go for accuracy and damage because that's our most important part. Now again, we're going to go for a little bit of quietness here with our bow. Oh, got some more stuff flying around. So we have some people talking, so now we have to be super secret quiet. Alright, here we go.
Hey! Get that damn gun off me!
So we have a light up there. And I think there's a guy behind it. Pardon me, everybody. Got something in my throat. Oh, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. Alright, so we have a light up there. I think I can break the light without being seen. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll go ahead and pop this guy in the back of the head. Alright, so there's one down. Now, I really wish I could hit that guy. I don't know if I can. I'd really like to think that I could if I get really lucky. Nice! Okay, we got him. He's down. Okay, there's a guy here. Let's go ahead and hit him. And down. Alright. Now, there might be one or two more guys. Looks like there's one right there in the bushes. And down. Alright. Bonus. Nice, Laura. Very, very nice. Very sneaky. That's probably one of the few times when we'll be able to pull off an attack like that without getting seen. Man, that has got to hurt. They did a really fine job at animating bow impact or arrow impacts. It is insane how powerful that bow looks. Like just hitting them in the back of the head, bam, and their head just kind of tilts forward and then they fall over. You know, it's not overpowered either because it doesn't like throw them into a wall, but it does have that force that suggests that it just entered their head. It's really interesting. And it takes a lot of work to animate things like that, especially if you've never shot anyone in the head with a bow. So here we have some of the Japanese soldiers who apparently were killed in the act of doing their job. Now, this is one of my favorite portions of the game, and I'll say that because we are dealing with a Japanese base, and I do love the old forts and whatnot. And I've lived in an area, of course, where there's lots of old forts and stuff. So I've actually seen them in real life. They're not as detailed as this, meaning that you don't get that. You don't see trucks and things like that lying around. They've been cleared out, all the guns have been removed, things like that. But I really like these because they did a really good job making it look kind of old and kind of destroyed and used, but not like bombed. So, you know, it's just old and decrepit. And it's really hard, again, it's really hard to do that where you make things look old and decrepit without actually making it look like a bomb went off, and that's really wonderful. They did a really good job. The only thing I have to say about this is that there is a portion of the game where when you play it, when you look at it, it doesn't look like a normal military base. It looks more like a fortress, like an enemy fortress, like something you'd find an evil villain working in, like a mastermind, you know. And it's really easy to demonstrate, and I will show that to you guys when we get to it because it's not too far away from here. Alright, good night, sir. But yeah, it has this sort of evil mastermind kind of feel to it, more so than just a Japanese base that they put together in the hills in order to monitor communications or whatever they were doing out here. And again, you guys will see it. Okay, we got movement. I see movement. There he is. A couple of goons upstairs. Okay. Just moving along the wall. Anybody else? Trying to stay super secret. If I'm not able to stay super secret, we will go hot with our handgun. But for the moment, we're just going to do our very best to be nice and quiet. And we'll also grab more stuff. Yay! Okay, more items.
An Edo period coin minted in the late 17th century. It could have come from any number of old wrecks on this island.
Alright, so there we go, the second bronze coin. Now, it's really nice that Laura does mention that a lot of these relics may have come from a ship, rather than had been here or brought here or whatever, that they instead had been brought from a ship. Because that's where you'd find a lot of things, like, especially if you remember near the beginning, we saw a lot of things that looked like Spanish helmets and a lot of old galleons and whatnot, and so because of that, you do have that... Oh, a couple of guys over there. You do have that idea that a lot of ships and stuff would bring things here that you normally wouldn't find. Alright, so we got a couple of guys. I love how Laura leans. She like leans to the side when you're near rock or brick or a hidey hole. If you hide down and then aim out, she'll turn. That is so awesome how she leans like that. Again, animation stuff like that is really wicked and really hard to pull off. Some games, of course, won't bring those things. They'll just say, okay, if you wanna lean out, just manually lean out, which makes sense. It makes absolute sense. But it's really awesome that they put into the game these little animations where she touches the wall of a cave or something when you're walking by, like that. You know, she'll touch the wall as you're walking by, because everybody does that. That's how you gauge your distance to a wall, is you put your hand on it, and in that way you know you have that feeling of stability, and that's a very psychological thing. And it's really awesome that they were able to put that in the game, just as sort of a side. You know, it's not super important that it's there, but it's really awesome that it is there. It makes the character feel more human, even if there's a little bit of a clipping issue. Same thing with the leaning, where you would try to keep most of your body under cover regardless of what you were doing, whether you're hidden or not. You'd want to keep your body under cover. So if you're going to aim out from behind cover, you want to lean.
Bunker. World War II era. Probably Japanese.
Alright, so Lara's a little bit not on the ball in that regard. It's not really her fault. They just basically put it... I don't know why they decided to put it there, because with all the Japanese trucks and everything up to this point, you can kind of tell exactly... Oop. Ugh. Okay, we got some goons. Now, we may have to go hot in here. I don't think we can stay hidden for long.
It's freezing.
Yeah, very cold. So we got some goons hanging here, some very old dead Japanese individuals, probably strung up by enemies. Ooh, we got a thing.
For better or worse.
Alright, so we're going to pause this again. So this is the Diary of Matthias, I think. Solar, no wait. Okay, so this is just a regular guy's stuff, a confession of a Solari. So I'll let you guys read that, and then we will continue. Alright. Now these two guys were talking about a ritual, and I kind of cut them off a little bit. Ooh, yeah, I remember this. Okay, so now we're going to have to be all... No one leaves. We have to be a little bit violent with our valve here. Alright, turn that off. Alright. So yeah, we got a couple of guys that were talking. They're not anymore, unfortunately. I think I cut them off. That is the only thing I have to say that's kind of a complaint. You can get the whole story without it. I'm hearing movement.
Careful.
Oh, okay. That's the only complaint I have, is that you can really not, you can...
Probably. For the tower. How the hell are we gonna get it up the stairs? Good question. Let's just leave it here for now. We can get some of the others up front to help us out. Fine with me. Let's go.
So yeah, that's my biggest complaint, is the fact that people will talk in the game, and you can kind of miss that they talk, which is, it's fine. It happens. It's not really important to the story.
Need help here!
It's not really important to the story. I think we got incoming. Yep, we got incoming. Nice! So the conversations are not super important to the story, meaning that you can miss them, and it's okay. But you can they're so easily interrupted. They really are. Like, little things can easily interrupt them, or you can be just out of earshot, which is very realistic. It is very realistic and awesome that they made it that way, to where you can be out of earshot to a conversation. But at the same time, it's a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not super important. Again, you can get the whole story from the dialogues and from everything else, but if you want to hear every conversation, you have to be extremely cautious in the game with what you're doing, and like just kind of stay completely still when you hear people talking. But again, not super important that you follow them around and listen to everything they have to say, which is good. It's good that they did that. It's sort of like a little optional thing that you can do if you want to, but it's not required. All right. Now I think, yes. Whoop. Okay, Lara got stuck a little bit on the geometry. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go back to the barrel really quick. And we're going to get some fire. Okay, I'm going to try not to put my torch out before we get back. Good. So there's some items here. Every area has a few items that you can get. In this case, we have some things that we can burn. And there goes one. Non-believer challenge unlocked. So yeah, each area has little challenges that you can mess with, which are totally awesome that they have those. Again, they're worth experience points. Not really much else. Okay, I think we're going to have some goons coming in here. They kind of rush me. Again, this is one of those parts where the bow is not 100%.
You're going down!
You might think, ooh, right in the neck. You might think that, but I think you're wrong, sir. Alright. So again, like I said, I was using the bow a lot in the game, so when I was getting rushed by enemies, I would often get really hardcore rush, and it's really hard to hit someone in the face with a bow shot from 4 feet away. Much easier to use a handgun. Alright, so we just lost our torch, unfortunately, and I don't see any place to light one up. Now, we could, like, throw a lantern. We have that option of throwing lanterns, but that's not what they're for. That's not what they're for. Alright, so we're going to head up really quick. And drop down. And I think, yes, we have a... Okay, so we can't get out. We have a gas pipe over here. Let's grab hold. And... Come on, Laura. There it is.
There's nowhere to run, outsider!
What the hell?
I'm gonna watch you die now.
Nope. I'm getting out. Okay, so the gas is filling up the room, so of course it's becoming very hard to breathe in there. Now we have a torch. So we have a left trigger and then a right trigger to throw. Hup. So a little bit of a puzzle, not a big puzzle, but a little bit of a puzzle. Apparently we have hurt the gentleman profusely. Don't doors open. All the doors are open. All right.
Just end it. Please.
Well, I harbor no grievances against the man.
Go to hell.
See, now, Lara's sentiment is not shared by me, and I will say that because Lara's sentiment is go to hell, mine is I would never leave a person to suffer regardless of their intent. It's just, it's not right. You just don't. You don't leave a man with his legs crushed to be burned alive, ever. You just don't. That's just, again, Lara would be upset about that, but, or, you know, she's upset because he's trying to kill her. I don't have that grievance, but whichever works for you. So we have wartime intelligence. I'll let you guys read that, and then we'll continue. And again, for those of you who don't know, please feel free to pause during those little pauses so that you can read the whole thing. I try not to pause for too long because, of course, it gets very boring to pause long enough for everybody to read it. But you just have to go ahead and pause the video, read the text, and then we continue. I try to give you enough time to reach the pause button. I know it can be kind of hard sometimes. You miss out on it. I don't think we can light our torch on any of this fire. Otherwise, I'd go and burn those other banners. So, once again, something we'll have to come back for. Now, if I remember correctly, let's go ahead and reload. Nice.
Now, light her up.
Ow, blind. Okay, we got incoming. Excuse me. Get rid of those lights. Good night, sir. Reload. No. Stay down. Whoa, 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 fire bat. Stay down, sir. So again, not really used to using the machine gun. As a matter of fact, I didn't use this gun at all until like near the very end of the game. So I am using it here, of course. Wow, is he still alive? This thing must have a lot of lost power. There you go. And let's go ahead and take out that, just because I don't feel like dealing with it. Alright, got some more ammo. Perfect. Wow, that was violent, man. If you ever have a moment when you have to be concerned with the amount of people you have harmed, this is that moment. I mean, in all honesty, this is that moment. There's so many people here that I just shot without even thinking about it. Just bam, 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 bam. But then again, in that moment, what else are you going to do other than just shoot everybody? Ooh, GPS cache. Perfect. I mean, you can't get around that, right? You can't just be like, oh, whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and... here we are.
Father Matthias will set us free. From what? This island?
It's really odd that she'd comment on that little bit of graffiti. I'm not sure why they decided to have her comment on that graffiti, but she did, and that's okay. You know, it's cool that Lara comments on things in her environment, but you'd probably miss what she was commenting on if you hadn't already seen it once. Is there a machine gun here that I missed? Gun here? Okay. So we've looted all the people. Unfortunately, lots of bodies, man. I feel kind of bad, but not really bad, just kind of bad. Alright, and again, I comment on the size of this base. As you can see, we are still within the World War II military bunker. It is a big bunker. It would be the central bunker. This really would be the centralized bunker, but this is just way big. This is much bigger than what you normally see in World War II bunkers, at least in centralized locations. But what we're going to do here, I think, is we're going to go ahead and drop down and load up. We'll do our skill points and everything here just because we can. So let's go ahead and do our skill points, which is this one. And again, I think we'll just do pain tolerance just in case. There's really nothing else that we need. Hunter, yeah, we have both hunters. And then we have all of these, which are bone collector and animal instincts, not super important. We can get our arrow retrieval, but I'm not going to be using my arrows so much, so we'll not worry about that. So instead we'll just do pain tolerance, so we'll upgrade. Take more damage before dying. Well, that's always super helpful. It's always super helpful. And we'll check out our machine gun. No, not fast travel, my bad. Let's go that way. There we go. Alright, we'll check out our machine gun. And let's see, we have high capacity magazine. That's helpful for 220. Padded stock for 300. Rifle butt and grip padding helps steady the weapon while firing. And then a muzzle brake for effectively dispels the gas in the bullet firing to reduce recoil, and we need a padded stock for that. Taped double mag. 2 magazines taped together increases reload time. Super awesome. Polished ejector. Polished ejector increases firing rate. So we're not big on firing rate, so what I think we'll do is we'll do padded stock for 300. Done. And then we will do a muzzle brake for 350. Done. So that increases our accuracy like mad. Now that's really awesome, and I really love how they make the gun upgrade, like the weapons and stuff, actually have physical upgrades when you upgrade the gun. It's really interesting, and it really changes the visualization of the weapon, and I really enjoy that. Alright, so, but what we're going to do here is we just upgraded our weapons, so we have all of our weapons upgraded, we have all of our points set up, we're good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause here, since it does save at each camp. So once again, I would like to thank you all very much for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Play of Tomb Raider. And we will continue towards the top of the tower in the next video. So I will see you guys there.